Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Sammy here, and I thought today I would just take some time to sit down and have a little chat with you guys, super informal, super casual, and talk about what I've been doing these past few weeks, because I realize I haven't posted in forever. And I think I'm going to mute my desktop so you don't hear the Discord pings. Hello, Miss Fairy Slinger. Hello, Marquisha. Just setting up there, almost done. I wanted to put this in Kayla's server because she was under the impression that I did not have a live stream, which couldn't be further from the truth. I stream more than I post. Okay, I guess the self-promo channel on her server doesn't actually work, except for this one person. I'm actually gonna tell her she's online right now. Actually, let me look and see something really quick. She didn't specify. Wait, in her rules it says no self-promo, but then she has a self-promo channel, so which is it? You know what, we're gonna worry about that another time. If she wants to see promo this, she can promo it. If not, I don't care. Oh, she's actually responding to me right now. Oh, okay. Okay, so she is fixing it. I knew there had to be something wrong there because she had a self-promo channel, but then in her rule page she said no self-promo, which is very strange if you ask me. And in her last stream too, she literally said to post links to all of our streams in the general chat. I'll give her a few minutes and then I'll try again. I'm also going to put this in one other place. Actually, I don't know if I'll put it there. I might post it there, but I might also take it away. There's so many people who are my feelings with my wow. There's kind of a lot of people online. I guess I'll post it. So, I haven't posted in, how many weeks has it been? It's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Long time, that's the gist of it. Yeah, I haven't posted in 3 weeks with my top 10 things new players waste their money on Wizard 1 video. And then I did 2 live streams, which I don't really count, 3 weeks ago and then 1 week ago. And I don't count them because they're not edited and they don't do good for my channel statistics. But we're so close to 1,000 subscribers. I've been working really hard on some upcoming stuff, and that editing process is taking a lot of time away from my posting rapid fire like I've been doing, and I've been trying really hard to make like more scripted content and try now. Okay. Tap on the glass. Okay, I can do that. My glass is actually a lot more filled than the one in the picture. I filled it all the way up to the top. I'm not even sure how I'm going to drink from it without spilling it all over myself, but it's white wine. Well, actually, it's not even white wine. It's, I'll break the illusion for a moment. It's actually apple juice. Appropriate considering the stream that was last night. Oh, I've been fine, thank you. Well, actually, I haven't been fine, and that's something that I wanted to touch on. I've been kind of depressed lately, and I haven't really been sharing it with people. I know I shared it with my sister, and I shared it with some friends that I was feeling really depressed, but I don't think I really said anything on YouTube because I didn't want to burden anyone, and I didn't want to make you guys worry about me because you guys watch me so you can laugh and have fun and see all about the cool events I do in Wizard 101. And I don't want to really put way too much on you, you know? In this community, I'm one of the older members, and I feel that, well, I'm one of the older members that does community events. The only other one would probably be Val, shall not be named, and I guess Sarah from AA, but I don't even really know how old she is. I just figured she'd be really old because she's like really mature, like she's so sophisticated and wise. I always feel like too that I can't really show when I'm vulnerable to her because she's got her life all put together, and I want to look like I've got it all together so she can be proud of me. and not think, oh my god, what a hot mess this girl is. And it's not really like my relationship with Stella where it's like a competitive type thing. It's more like I want to be strong so that she can rely on me if she ever needs to be, because normally she's the voice of reason. She's the one everyone else leans to. One of my friends on Discord was actually telling me about how he was going to her for a problem. Was it this one? It was this one. I'm not going to read the names, but essentially what had happened here was there was a conflict between one of my friends and some other girl, and she handled it absolutely masterfully. Everything causes drama, we just limit it to what we can handle. As this service for King's Isle fans, we keep it to that. I don't really like making drama, but I also encourage freedom of speech. I also understood. I joined that and stayed because I like the place. Unlike the one that shall not be named, was a mod there, got banned because I blocked a staff member who intruded my private space. Never again back there. We'll just keep the tagging of others to a minimum so they don't get annoyed. Sure thing, no problem. You seem like a very nice person. I'm glad. I'd gladly get to know you better. I'm headed AFK for dinner. She's always leaving now. Like, whenever you try to talk to her, she's always leaving somewhere. But it's just mostly because she's so busy. Dinner, but we can chat more later if you needed to say more. Aw, thanks. Sure thing, but on another topic, have a good dinner. Thanks. Here on what? That was not what. Here's what I thought it was. Wait, what did she say? Okay, here we go. So he was having a conflict with the other girl. Again, her opinion. But that's disrespect. Just ignore her. You're right, I shouldn't fall to her level. So, LOL, hate to break it to you, but disrespect happens all the time. If I am intelligent, I have to step aside. If everyone agreed on things, politics wouldn't exist. Pretty much. But I hate politics. I'm not going to vote for anyone next week. And some stuff in what I presume to be Polish, although I don't know. German, perhaps? Can stick it. He can go wherever he wants and back out of that effing parliament building, but I'm not voting for anyone. I just want to live in a place where there is no war, no money, nothing materialistic. Just me and the girl I love. F this planet as a whole. People don't understand happiness. And I agree with that, and then she said what I said before. And I find that in most things Sarah has a very wise, standpoint. I have two people I always listen to whenever they have something to say, and that is Sarah Skystrider and Tasty Luxstone. Whenever they want to tell me some advice or something, and of course my sisters. Well, sometimes I listen to my sisters. Sometimes they need my help, and they need my help a lot more these days. I don't know if I really want to talk about this for legal reasons, but my sister Christy got in some hot water with her ex-sensei, I guess I can call him, and my ex-boyfriend, and he is pressing charges on her for harassment and filing a restraining order. And the thing is, he lives in New Mexico and she lives in somewhere I'm not going to say for her personal protection, but she may have to pay and fly all the way out to New Mexico for a court hearing over the restraining order he's putting on her for him attacking her. So yeah, that must suck to be her. I'm gonna have some water now. My water glass isn't as full, so it's not like it's gonna spill on me, and even if it did, it's just water. So I've mostly been working on 3 different projects. I've been working on well, I've been working on more than 3. I've been working on like 5 projects, but 2 of them got cancelled. I was working on an Easter event for Kayla, and I just found out that she's canceling that, kind of. I'll go into that a bit more later. And then I found out that, and I was working on a story time, and I'm working on that still. And then I found out that, can I say that or can I not say that on YouTube? Probably can't say that on YouTube. But I was working on something, and, I mean, I guess I can say what it is now, but I was so mad at my brother about something that he did, and he basically disowned me over something that's just so dumb and so trivial, and watch, he'll be back in a couple of months saying, I'm sorry. Actually, no, he never even apologizes. He just comes back and acts like everything's hunky-dory and expects me to just completely dismiss everything that happened. But I'm not the same little girl I used to be. I can't be, like, bought by you coming back. I'm not needing you anymore. I've matured, I've evolved as a woman, and I don't feel that I owe you anything anymore. So in the video I was going to be doing a kind of a, I don't remember the song now that I think about it, but I was going to be doing like kind of a, oh, what was that song? I was going to be doing this, pole dancing video, and I can't remember what the song was now. It's so trippy because I just did it like a couple days ago and I can't remember what it was. Oh, it's funny how things just slip away from you like that. I can't even remember what the song was. I'm trying so hard to remember it. My memory, that's something else I wanted to talk about. My memory is just gone. Like, I cannot remember anything anymore. I'm leaving post-it notes everywhere. I'm not able to do basic math anymore. I'm forgetting words. I'm forgetting, my languages. I used to be multi-polyglot, where I could speak Russian, Japanese a little bit, and a little bit of Scandinavian and Italian, and now I can Russian, Scandinavian, and Japanese. Well, they've all left me, and I can kinda sing K-pop songs in Japanese, but I'm only really mimicking the words. I can't remember what they actually mean. And with my Italian, I can just barely remember some basic Italian stuff. And it's sad because I used to be able to hold a fluent conversation in Italian, like I could actually just slip in and out of Italian like it was nothing, and I can't anymore. It's a little bit concerning. I think maybe I want to consult a doctor, like maybe a neurologist, and see, just if I need to be concerned about that, because my brother had a lot of tumors in his brain, and they almost could have killed him, and as I record this, I have a really bad headache, like the M word kind, like, where it's like in the front and it's really sharp, and ASMR normally helps, but it hasn't been helping a lot lately, and it's really frightening me because I don't want to go to the doctor and find out that I have like this aneurysm in my brain and it's gonna kill me, but my friend, well, friend's kind of a strong word, my coworker's not really strong enough of a word. I need like a friend for like a coworker I get along well with. But anyway, he had an aneurysm in his brain, and he had a I want to say a daughter sac, where like the blood started in one pocket, one blood clot, and then it started dripping into a second blood clot, and if it hadn't had done that, it would have burst, it would have erupted, and he would have died because the blood would have destroyed his brain. And if he wouldn't have gone in for something completely unrelated, they wouldn't even have found it. So I think maybe I want to go in to a neurologist and have them check inside my noggin and see if everything's the way it should, because it's really frightening how bad my memory's gotten. Over these past years, I'm forgetting how to talk, my stutter's coming back. I mean, now it's not so bad, but I remember when a lot of times, I'm not even going to imitate it, because if you listen to a lot of my live streams, I just stutter, and my pauses are just like major gaps in what I'm saying, and they'll go like, and I feel like my brain is not there I go, I'm not even trying to do it the time, my brain's just not operating on maximum capacity, maximum efficiency, and I'm really frightened by that because of my family's history with aneurysms and stuff in your skull going haywire. But it's better to find out early on than to not find out at all and have it a massive problem later on. Anyway, on a brighter subject, aside from that, I have been working on some projects that I think you're really gonna like. I have a couple comedy skits like the Don't Forget Sephiroth skit coming up involving Christy and Kiana, which are always fun. And I think maybe even Saphira and Ashley will be making brief little cameos in that. And I have that Easter party to talk about, and I'm working on a murder mystery escape house for late summer. That one has a lot of moving pieces, and it's taking so much time to put together, but I'm going to be really happy when I have done that, because one of my associates, or my former associates, had really wanted to do an escape house in Wizard 101 for the longest time, and no one would ever agree to help him do that. And he pretty much said it was impossible, and even Sarah to some extent said doing an escape house like this would be very difficult for large groups, but that's alright, that's a-okay, because with events with SEOs and dedications, our turnout's been dropping really bad. Like, we used to have upwards of 200 people at a single event at any given time, and we had like thousands of people in our group on Facebook and on the Second Life group thing. And in recent years, since probably 2018, we've had event turnout probably drop to about 50, and then about 20, and then about probably about, how many did I have at that one event that I did last for game day? That one probably only had about 14. So I think even if we did a partnership with another big group, our event turnout would still be reasonable enough that I could manually do some little working pieces for the escape house murder mystery that we could actually do it. And if you play Among Us, that's kind of like a murder mystery that only ever really has 10 people. And I've been doing a lot more live streams that I've been unlisting and deleting the links for after I stream, because I plan to make them into like highly edited longer videos that are really funny to watch. Like, some of them are just so funny, like the one we did last night with Kayla. Oh my god, I am such a ninny though. I did the whole thing, and I'm sitting here thinking, they're not really, no one's ever really listened to me in these things. And I listen to it back, and I think to myself, oh my god, you can barely hear my microphone. No wonder they couldn't hear me. Because, like, all them are, like, shouting, and they're all drunk and rowdy, and I'm like, here I am, very shy. And I'm not even really shy, I'm just trying to be respectful of my roommates. Now, my roommates, that's a story that's getting kind of out of hand. Me and my roommate, Brandy, I probably shouldn't use her name because she might sue me for libel later. Oh, and if you can hear this chair, it's kind of a creaky chair. My roommate and I, Brandy, we've been living together for over 5 years. And she's lived here before, and she's come and gone before, but lately it's been very difficult to live with her because she's changed so drastically. Like, we used to really compliment each other because she was so out of control wild. Like, she was like one of the girls on Girls Gone Wild, and she would get herself in really prickly situations, like with guys getting too aggressive and guys getting too close to her, if you know what I mean, close to her special areas, and she'd really get in massive trouble, and I would always be like the one, like, there to, like, smack the guys around and smack the people around and kind of balance her out. Like, I was like the more just like hands-on, let's start a bar fight, let's go for a brawl type of chaos, and she was like the kind of chaos where she would take her clothes off and like get drunk and like order drinks on behalf of other guys. That's actually like a really good strategy I found. If you ever want to meet, well, post or pre-pandemic, a good way to meet guys in bars, if you see a hot guy, just order like a little something and be like, oh, that guy is gonna pay for it. And then they have to come over and talk to you and they close out the bill. I mean, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're like really shy and they don't want confrontation, but it's like, dude, you're in a bar. Come talk to like the really pretty girl who's ordered a drink in your name. That I have some really cool events I'm working on. I did it again. Let me check something really quick. You're on Twitch and Twitter, and apparently YouTube, but your following is, yeah, your following is a joke compared to mine, so you really don't have the right to get an ego just yet. I don't even have an ego, and I have like 3 times as many subs as you. Please don't talk to me. I'm only talking to a few people. Yeah, this guy's got like a way big of an ego for having like no followers. He literally said his status to, please don't talk to me, I'm only talking to a few people, and he's got 12 followers. Maybe more than that, like if you combine them from Facebook and Twitter and Twitch, but like, yeah, you need to not do that. That's not nice. Anyway. Oh, I found this a really cool trick with DMs. If when people block you or have their DMs closed on Discord, if you go to a message that you sent them before and then edit it, last freaking time, dude. If you go to a message you sent someone before on Discord and edit it, you can then pin it, and that pin will make a notification for them. And he's gone. Okay. I'm not gonna even concern myself with him. And I'm not concerning myself with getting banned from a lot of other servers over stupid drama like this. Because in the past, I was like I let people basically constrain who I really am. Like I was hesitant to like say my opinions on stuff and like talk to people and let my feelings be heard by other people that were getting kind of sassy with me, because I was afraid they were gonna go and like talk to so and so about me and get me banned from the server. But I'm at the point where if I could get banned from the server, I didn't care about the server to begin with. And most of the servers I'm in now anyway are just for like potential networking opportunities with Restoration, my Wizard 101 server, and I realized a couple different things. One, if I had like a massively large audience, that I would be a lot more outspoken on many things. Like I would be less hesitant to pick fights with people as I am now, because I wouldn't care what other people think, because I didn't know I have a good, strong, solid foundation of people who believe in me and support me to not care about every little thing. Like, when Aaron started slandering me, that was like a real wake-up call. Everyone started buying into him without even talking to me. People I genuinely consider my friends. And my sister Ashley, there's this other girl named just Ash, because her parents didn't love her enough because her parents didn't love her enough to give her a real name. And Ashley told me that the girl who I used to be friends with that had blocked me when I was in a really vulnerable position told her that she really liked me and liked the events I did and thought I was a great person, but when she heard that Aaron was saying all that stuff about me, she had told Ashley that she had to cut ties with me because rather than ask me, like, hey, I heard this about you, what's going on? Like, she just immediately assumed it and didn't even question it, and that made me not like her. I actually had the opportunity to talk to her again, and she tried to actually get back in my life again. I'm like, no way in hell would I ever want to be associated with someone who's as two-faced as you and can be that easily manipulated. One of the reasons my channel isn't growing as fast as my previous channels are because I'm being very careful at how I portray myself and how I market my channel. Like, I'm very genuine on this channel and I'm very real. Like, I don't have like a persona on this channel like hey everyone, Topless Tuesdays here. I'm gonna be zany and wild. Woo. And it's like, no, I'm past that. And I also am not scripting my videos as much, although I do want to start scripting videos, but I'm changing how I script my videos because I don't want to come across as someone I'm not, is basically what I'm saying. Because I think a lot of people know, at this point anyway, I'm not the goody-goody two-shoes people think I am. But I'm also not a total monster either. I like to think I'm somewhere in the middle. I might actually just close this DM and be done with him. The only reason I started talking with this one person in particular is because a mutual friend of ours had suggested that I try to be friends with him, and ever since I have had nothing but like negative gut feelings about this guy. Like I can tell that the longer I try to force a relationship with this person, the more ugly it's going to get. And that's partially why my experience with the one that shall not be named, the server, ended as badly as it did. I think, actually, I'm pretty sure I know if I would have just left when things started getting ugly, and I felt that certain people were pushing my boundaries and what I was comfortable with. If I would have just left right then and there, it would have been a lot less dramatic, I think. Like, a lot of people did that. They were telling how this one person, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, how Amber was bullying people and bullying the staff people and bullying a lot of my friends. And a lot of them were just leaving and they were being very mysterious and cryptic about it. And I didn't even find out until years after the fact how, and I'm still finding out that some of my friends that left back then, it was because of drama. Like, I found one of my friends, I'm not going to mention because he doesn't want to be involved in any of this anymore. He had told me that he left because of bullying from I don't remember if it was because of Amber or because of somebody that was close to her, but he basically said, let me see here. What am I looking at? Okay, this was 2019. 19, where's that stuff from 2020? 2021, okay. So, he's been saying, essentially, that, I'm going to paraphrase because I don't want to quote him, but he ended up leaving Wizard 101 entirely and hasn't touched it in over a year and doesn't regret that because of how toxic the community was at that time, and it's, where did it go? And he left a lot of servers because of drama. And I found this out, and I was like so, like, it made me so excited to hear this from him because I felt a lot of times when they say this in Al-Anon, which is like for alcoholics, it's the people around the alcoholic that seems the craziest, because the alcoholic is fine and the drug addict is fine. Like, they're fine. They have no problem with their way of life. They're happy on cloud nine. It's the people around the drug addict that are the narcissist, or the whoever that looks like the crazy person, because they're getting hit with the effects of that. And I felt for the longest time like I was the crazy person, that maybe it was me. Like, maybe I overreacted. Maybe I didn't handle myself a way that I would have liked to. Maybe I had made a lapse in judgment. What if all that? And when I hear my friends and my associates and even total strangers having these absolutely nightmare fuel encounters with these people, it makes me like, I wasn't the crazy one. It's them. It was them that was the crazy one. Because he said I pretty much was just out of that server since I was banned after stepping down from head admin. Yeah, I've been banned twice from that server, and I'm currently on ban, but oh, did you not know about the document that came out about Nathan back in July of 2019? I was one of the two major contributors to that. I did it, and then I said, I had no idea. I didn't even think you were around then. You said you left Discord, and I was on the task force for that too. I did at one point, and then came back, and then left again, and then came back again and left again, and I was like, yay. And I was also a little bit scorned that he didn't think to say, hey, Sammy, I'm back. You miss me? I missed him a lot. But he's seen a few servers flourish and some just burn in fire. And I'm in one now that I'm not sure about. I haven't named it, but I will say that Restoration was partnered with this server. It was one of the only 3 servers that we partnered with. And we're currently not partnered, but we're not on bad terms. And I can't decide if I want to really get invested in this server, or if I just like it as a passing fancy. It's owned by a couple of my friends, and we're all like really close. And the reason I haven't been like shouting it from the rooftops is they dropped us as a partner without even saying anything because of our low activity, and 2, while they have most people in here that I actually get along really well with, they have 1, 2, possibly 3 people in the server that have really crossed the line with me, and I don't want to associate with them, and I would hate for me to put a lot of time and effort into growing this already fairly large server, only to have them ultimately choose the person who's burned me over me, I guess, if that makes any sense. I have no idea how to pronounce that name, but alright, let me put it like this. I would definitely consider doing it, and I would love to be able to do that, to be in a position to do that. But as it stands right now, I don't feel comfortable enough doing that because of how small my channel is and how many enemies I have. Like, I feel like I need to shake this target off my back, and I think if I started doing what you said, everyone would just be coming after me, and I'd get completely canceled. But when I grow my audience, I actually really want to do that. I would love to do that, and I have my camera around here somewhere. I actually lost my camera. I have no idea where it is. I had it for Christmas because I was filming a lot. I was filming for Vlogmas, even though I ended up not posting it. And I have myself wearing this ridiculous sweater, and I really would have loved to have posted that just as like a still shot picture of me in this like ridiculous sweater. And in my Discord, of course, I don't like. I sometimes will do it, and sometimes I'll do it on like streams and stuff. Like a lot of times you'll see me in live streams like with the show a picture for a little bit, but in my actual videos, I don't like to make it obvious, like every little detail of my life. Because one of my friends, he actually told me that my reputation is so completely, thoroughly destroyed that I'm never going to be able to repair that. And well, I don't personally believe in that, nor do I want to completely start over after everything I've put into my persona now, even though it's not really a persona. I don't want to go all the way in until I've repaired some of the damage that other people have caused on my name. Now, my sister Christy, she has the most striking singing voice, like absolutely beautiful, and she's funny and charismatic, and I'm trying so hard to convince her to go back on YouTube. She used to have a YouTube, and she used to be on Broadway, and she did voice acting in Skyrim and all that stuff, and she won't even make a brief cameo on my channel anymore that only has like 700, how many subscribers do I have? Like 800. She won't even make brief cameos on here anymore because, oops, I dropped that. She won't even make brief cameos on my channel anymore because she's so scared of what other people are saying about her. And she's actually on the same website that Pleasant Sims is on. And I don't think a lot of people realize how damaging the effects of cyberbullying can be on your psyche. Like, I know people like sometimes think like, oh, well, haters gonna hate, just block them and be done with it. But it's hard to look away when people are saying such hurtful things about you, especially when they're not even true. Although some may argue it's, oh my god, this chair needs to be quiet. And if some people can say such hurtful things about you, it's hard to really ignore it and turn the other cheek. Like, I thought what Pleasant Sims did was like so courageous and so brave. I'll actually play a little clip of that and link it in the description below. And I almost shed a tear when I was listening to this because like, no girl, you being top. Sorry. I'm gonna just play the clip. Oops, that's a commercial. Didn't even listen to that. I had my earbud out. Here we go. and she's actually tearing up. Like, you could see, like, the pain as she says all this. Oh, shoot. I totally forgot I muted the thing. Hold on.
My doctors, because they in the front, I've always had long hair. It wasn't that bad. I could still deal with it at that time. A really hard video for me to make, but the time has come. I am so tired of hiding who I really am, wearing costumes, and I just want to be free. So this is my way of getting my freedom back, is I am going to explain why I wear wigs, and then I'm going to show you what I look like without my wig, and then I'm going to throw my wig away forever. I still had kind of long hair, and I just started putting it up underneath the wig, which was very uncomfortable. A topper, which is like, it's like a lady toupee, okay? That's what it is. It snaps into your hair. Your hair is your crown and glory. You know, you're not gonna be pretty. You're not gonna be feminine. No one is gonna be attracted to you if you don't have hair. So it was, and at that time I was, you know, becoming more visible on my YouTube channel. You know what? I'm never gonna go outside with my shitty hair ever again. I'm only gonna wear wigs, so I'm just gonna shave my head. So that was a very difficult thing for me to do. That was very emotional. That was like me accepting that my hair is gone and I have to wear a wig for the rest of my life. I actually got my husband to shave my head for me, and he said he didn't care, you know, and I think he meant it. I don't think he really cared, but it just felt like, I felt like I was gonna be so ugly to him, you know. I just felt like I was gonna be just a monster, just hideous to him. So it took a while before I would even let him, like, see me without the wig on and everything. So it also didn't help that when I first started wearing, like, full wigs, I really didn't know what I was doing. I just wanted something to, like, cover up my shame, and I would get a lot of comments on my videos, like, saying your wig is so ugly and fake looking. I found a forum post talking about me on some, like, random obscure website. I don't even know what the name of the website is now, but somebody told me about it in my Discord, and I don't know why I went and looked at it. You know, if people are talking about you, you're just curious to hear what they say, and they were saying that my wigs look like they came from Party City. So that was, you know, I had to just filter the word wig out of all of my YouTube comments and let my husband go through those, because I couldn't, it was hurting me so much that I couldn't read them. And I know that's really silly. I know that seems really silly, like, why do you care what other people say or what other people think? But it hurts, you know, to have somebody make fun of your appearance when you're just trying to feel some kind of normal. So that's what I kind of been going through. So when I got this wig, I tried to get something nicer that had, like, lace, so people wouldn't make fun of it as much, and they didn't. I think people got used to it. So now I'm ready to open myself up to a whole new world of pain.
I'm literally fighting back the tears from that. Like, that's just so painful, and I'm so proud of her that she was able to do that. And I think what she did was so powerful and so moving and so beautiful. Like, I think, like, she as a person is just so beautiful, and I think that took a lot of guts to do what she did. Oh my gosh, I'm a little. Okay, maybe some chicken will make me feel better. I'm definitely the type to eat my feelings. But it doesn't show on my tiny waistline. Oh, my chicken's gone cold. That was so sad. Like, it was so powerful, but I'm sorry she had to go through that. And my sister Christy and I have been through the exact same thing. And we all handle it kind of differently. Like, Christy, she just totally, completely cut ties with everything. And if people from that obscure website find her, like, that's just it. She starts all over, blocks everyone, cuts everything off, and it's a real shame because she's such a beautiful. And I'd show her a picture, but she'd literally kill me. And she's beautiful, and I mean, I guess I can. I was gonna say I could show her avatar even, but I guess she's really funny about that. But she's really sensitive about it, and she doesn't handle it well. She got some death threats and stalkers, and she's currently going through some legal trouble. This is so essentially my ex-boyfriend. I don't know how I ever used to talk and eat at the same time. I remember in my older videos, on my older channel, I would talk and eat like all the time, and I have no clue how I did that. I think I'm getting better at it though. Now I think this is just to eat quickly. But you know what though, even cold, this chicken's not bad. It's really not bad considering I got from where did I get this chicken from? I'm not even kidding when I said how bad my memory was. I want to say it was some chain. And usually chains aren't good. I think I know which one it was though. I mean, it's not everywhere in the world, but I think it's pretty common, I think. Yeah, I can't find it. I'll look up the name of it and put it in the description below. But it's not bad chicken for being bought at a grocery store. It actually tastes kind of gourmet. Like, it's got a crunchy, outer skin. It's like a battered skin though, so it's got like a battery skin that's like kind of crunchy, but not like hard crunch. It's like a flaky, like a pastry type of crunch. It's really good. Okay, now for the fun part of trying to get my apple juice without spilling it. Okay, I'm impressed I did that. So I'm kind of used to calling it champagne for since the longest time. I would always drink with these. Like, I can't. I guess I can if I wanted to. In 2015, I got in a real bad car accident because I was drinking and driving, and I mean, it wasn't that bad. I was really the only one that got hurt. I smashed into my own car. I had just got a brand new car, and I was taking it to this 4th of July party to flex on everyone, like, look at my new car, and this led to that. And I wasn't planning on drinking. Dustin made me promise not to drink at all, and I was okay, but I completely forgot. And Cherry was there, and Savannah was there, and Olive and Saf were there, and Brandy, and we were all like knocking them back. Like, I used to be able to drink so much, and I was drinking a lot, and yeah, not the greatest idea. Even in retrospect, it was even then it was like dumb of me. And I smashed my new car into my old car because I didn't realize it was in the garage already. And I just drove in the garage like super fast, and I smashed my new car into the back of my old truck and completely destroyed my new car. And it's really sad. This was like this really cute crossover. And my cleaning lady at the time was like, "Oh, you away? What are you there?" I can't mimic her accent because I don't want it to sound like a racial slur, but she had like a really thick Hispanic accent, and she just was like, "What are you thinking?" That might have honestly sounded Scottish. I don't know. Yeah, bad accent theater, not here. I actually can do a couple of good accents, like authentically. Like, I naturally have a genteel accent, but I try my very best to conceal it, and that does not help with my stutter. Like, if I try to not hide my accent, my overall speaking comes out a lot more fluently, if you catch my drift. And the thing about that is, even after all that time, when you're trying so hard to be something you're not for such a long time, it kind of tricks your brain, and you forget how to be yourself. It's kind of like those deep cover agents that go on assignments, and they end up turning traitor because they get so lost in the persona that they created that they wouldn't have their cover blown. So I can kind of do a genteel accent still, even though that's what I grew up talking as. And then I also have kind of a vulgar accent like that. Like, whatever. And then my voice is cracking now. I have really bad acid reflux too. A lot of people don't know that about me. I'm just sharing so many secrets today. And basically, whenever I drink something that has the wrong level of acidity in it, it makes it really hard for me to talk. And I don't know if this is too, but a lot of times the mucus will come up my throat and make my throat like really raspy and really froggy like this. And the only way to really fix it is to like swallow something like a piece of chicken in this scenario, or sometimes like paper, like a tissue. And that tends to make the problem better, which is why I oftentimes carry a pouch full of like little biscuits, like little low-calorie biscuits in my purse. So if I ever have that problem when I'm on the go, I can just eat a biscuit and it fixes itself. I actually had some other videos that I wanted to record today that I also wanted to get something up on my channel and have it kind of ASMR. I haven't been listening back. Is it? Let me listen back real quick to see if it's good levels. Oh my god, I am sorry for those lip smacking sounds around like 9 minutes back. I didn't realize how like aggressive they were, like they're real aggressive. And then one of the other accents I can do is like a Cockney rhyming accent, because a few people want to debate me on this, but I have the records to prove it. I studied abroad a bit, and I think that was a really good experience. It helped me build my independence, and these types of programs still exist. I think they even still exist with the pandemic, but it's hard to let me see. Yeah, like there's a lot of EF summer programs, and if you look, it's very very possible, like super, it's not easy, but it's super possible. Like if you commit to it, you'll be able to do it, sometimes even for free. Like mine costed about $1,000 to do it, but I'm seeing on the internet here that it's saying that you can even do it for free if you have a well detailed application. And I honestly wouldn't do it again. Like if I could go back in time and tell myself, you're really not going to be missing all that much. I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be like this magical experience and to have like all sorts of adventures, but it really just it was kind of boring. And it required you to be like really responsible, which I wasn't responsible back then, but I had to be for this. I mean, it's kind of cool. I guess it's kind of cool. Maybe I just picked a really bad spot. But a lot of times when you hear like the slang come up, and the rhyming accents, oh my god, sometimes I just like I'm choking on my damn tongue. And like when I start doing those like weird sayings and stuff, that's where I got that from. Like, I'm not even gonna do it because I don't want. That's a whole other can of worms I don't want to talk about. I still have that jar. I can only imagine what that sounds like because on my broadcaster I can't listen back to it. If I was recording, I could listen back to it, but I can't listen back to it on a live stream unless I literally just turn the live stream back on like this. But I can't listen back to it on a live stream unless I literally just turn the live stream back on like this. But I can't listen back to it on a live, and then just have like an infinite echo. And I know my microphone quality isn't the greatest. I know I have had like really expensive microphones, and I have an expensive one in my studio, but it's kind of like the same thing with my PS3. I don't want to move it because whenever I move it in transit, it always ends up bugging up. I used to have my PS2 in the office, and I'd play it in the office, and I'd love streaming in the office, but I moved it to try and put my PS4 in there, and it just I can't get it to go back. It won't let me put it back in. I can either get the sound, or I can get the picture, or I can get picture and sound, but there's no color. And I finally just gave up on it and put it in my room over my PS4. And I'm really sad I got rid of my PS4 Gold, but I was really hurting for money a while ago. That's one thing I'm kind of excited about, to reach 1,000 subscribers, because I can turn the super chat back on. And I found that a lot of times I got donations in my super chat, but my live streams lately haven't been pulling grand numbers. Like, I think maybe I have 4 viewers right now. I think that's because I'm streaming at really weird hours. And I'm not doing a great job advertising it because I don't want, like, I could put it on platforms where I'd have massive audiences on me, but I think I'd also get a lot of haters from people like Aaron and I probably should be saying names. People like the followers of the people who don't like me just chanting me, because I remember one time, this was somewhat recent. This was somewhat recent. I had this lady and I met her and I saw her posting pictures in one of the selfie channels in Music 101 Friends. And it looks like she's heeded my advice and pulled that awful profile picture as well. I asked her what products you were using in the photo you posted. And she said, "Oh, which one would you like to know specifically?" I was like, "The foundation and the primer. And also, would you like some pro tips?" Totally, like, coming from a good place. And she's like, she uses a milk hydrating primer and she uses the Pro Revolution Hydrate and Conceal Foundation. And we started talking about makeup, and I told her she really needs to be using an airbrush with those products. An airbrush might sound like a really high-end product. I use one. It's not that hard. It's not that major. This is the one that I use. And that did not really go on the way I wanted it to go on. But this is the one I use, and it's really nice because you can mix and match your own foundations and get like flawless coverage with no cakiness. Like in the pictures this lady was using, her makeup was like super cakey, and you could see like every little crack, every little bump, every little pore. It did not look natural by any means. Her face was like really shiny, like she'd been sweating a lot. And she got mad at me essentially because the price point was out of her budget. And it's like, look, I know it's kind of a luxury item, but makeup's a luxury item. And I can tell you really like makeup, and I want to see you advance with this. And she then told me the foundation that she's been using is perfectly fine, and she just had a rough skin day. And she had pictures where the foundation was totally normal, and she also used the ELF or ELF concealer, which has a matte finish. And how am I gonna phrase this? I agree with what she was saying, but not with what she was doing. Like, she's saying here that it has like a matte finish, and you don't want to look super matte because then it does look cakey and it doesn't look natural. But what she was doing wasn't what she said. What she was, her skin was like, it looked like she had her face was like liquid, and if you touched it, it would be wet, like super super wet. And she said here she has dry skin and prefers to stay away from matte finishes for that reason. But in the picture, she looked like she was wearing like a super non-matte I know I have a lot of guys that watch my show, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm trying to dumb it down for them. And then I was like, you like that? I don't like when my face is too shiny. I want a more natural look. And she said to me that shiny is natural. And I don't want to show her face in this because I don't really want to like have people witch hunting her or making fun of her or giving her any publicity. But her skin did not look natural by any means. It looked really bad. Let me see if I can actually find one of those stock images of I'm never gonna find a stock image like that. Never mind. But it was just so bad. It was really, really bad. And I was trying to help her. My sister, I showed my sisters the entire conversation, and all of them agreed to it. Even Savannah. Wow, that girl was just in a bad mood today. I think you were being really nice, and all the products you recommended were super reasonable. And this other girl out of nowhere just DMs me, and she's like, where did she go? She sent me a friend wait, was that the right girl or was that a different girl? Okay, here she goes. She sent me a friend request and I said hi, and she says hi, and we have no servers in common and no friends in common. And I ask, are you from Twitter? And she says, no. And I say, oh. And she's like, yikes. And I say, what? And she's like, phone. And it's gonna keep going. I don't think you can hear it. I don't know. It's just kind of cringe. And I said, what is cringe? And he says, LMAO, being an ass. And I said, how did you find me? You can't just add random people on Discord, and we don't have any mutual servers. Oh, I was looking, and she says, I was looking at your makeup tips, and I don't know, if I were to give advice about something, I would at least know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, excuse you? And it's like, no, I'm good. LMAO, laughing my ass off. So I take it you're friends of this person. And she says, this person? No, I can just sense when someone is being an ass. First of all, and so I said to her, first of all, the only one being an ass here is you. And secondly, I happen to have years of solid experience, so don't go messaging total strangers to pick fights. He's like, yeah, no effing way, not with your pro tips. Anyway, I'm bored of this. Please look up makeup for like 2 seconds before giving pro tips. And I was like, so I guess you are friends with that person. You're clearly a talentless hack. Don't debate me on makeup. And then I removed her, and she tried to message me some more, and she couldn't because we weren't at it anymore. Because she actually removed me, and then she tried to add me back. I was like, well, too late now. And then I go to the other girl, and I say, you know what? Before that, this random girl comes out of the woodwork and calls me the N-word. She says effing N-word to me. And then I say, I was trying to help you out, but if you like looking like a drag queen, by all means, go for a shiny dollar store cakey foundation and belittle someone who took the time to share their secrets with you. Maybe while you're at it, invest in a pair of nose hair trimmers. And this girl's like, listen, bitch, you added me so you can shut your dumbass bitch up. I don't need some random ass irrelevant experienced salon employee sending me DMs about how to do my makeup. You asked me what products I use, and I asked to specify, not give me makeup tips. But I asked her if she wanted makeup tips, and she said sure. Back to what she's saying. I can wear my makeup how I want to. You don't have to be a cunt that... Can I say that word on YouTube? You don't have to be a... I don't have my sound effects racks with me, or I would put the little squeaker in. You don't have to be a not nice word about cunt that has oh wow, she used a lot of profane language. I never realized that the first time around. So far up her behind that were to where she doesn't know how to have basic human decency and say, not unnecessary commentary. None of your makeup advice is secret. If I want to invest in more expensive foundation products, I can do so. But I ain't. It ain't no secret. What I can tell you is your experience is your own opinion. And it just kind of got ugly from there. But I put a poll in my server on Discord. You actually can see her picture there as of right now when I record this live stream. What an ass. I know what an ass she was. But in the Discord, where did I put it? I posted her picture and I asked, no hate, just a genuine curious question. Does this person look like a drag queen to you? Look closely at the jaw, nose, and teeth, because she's got nose hair galore, and she's got makeup all over her teeth, and her jaw is like so cakey, it looks like it's all cracked. And 15 people said she looked like a drag queen, and one person that said she didn't look like a drag queen, and that one person who said she didn't look like a drag queen was someone who was probably friends with her. And at the very least, if she's not a drag queen, she's very, very old or using the absolute worst makeup, because I've never seen makeup applied that cakey around the jaw area, and it makes me think either she's trying to hide severe acne that's like worse than mine by 1,000 times, or she's trying to hide a beard because her makeup's just way too cakey to be natural. Really, I try not to do that type of thing because I think it's kind of mean that whenever I do like those little like gossipy rants, that's when those are the things that, like, I did this one, it wasn't even on my YouTube, I just posted it in one of my servers that I was in. I posted this rant about this person from a store I worked at, and it got like so many people like putting emojis under it and love and all this stuff, and I was like, well, if people like it that much, I might dip my toes in the water and see how that goes in a live stream, kind of, because I think I can get away with a little bit more in a live stream for a couple different reasons. Oh, you want me to read it? I don't know. Should I read it? Alright, if you leave a like on the YouTube stream, I'll read it, but not on the Discord. I don't want to hear it on Discord. I want to hear it on the YouTube stream. Oh wait, I got time. Yeah, my drink is like really loaded. That's something that annoys me too. Like, I understand in your case, but a lot of my most loyal viewers, they don't even have YouTube channels, so how are they going to subscribe to me? And how are they going to comment on the live chat? I'm like reading comments from the Discord chat, because you can stream on Discord now. But of course you know that, because that's where you're watching me. I don't know, I kind of like it, but I don't like it a lot. I think they could have made it better. I think one of the ways they could have made it better is if they let let it, so if I wanted to let people jump on the call with me, then I could do that. I don't really get a lot of time to do that, or I would have done so. No, I can't. I used to be able to do that, but now I just kind of have like a gurgle sometimes. I don't know, let me try. Wait, are you kidding? Are you kidding right now, or are you dead serious? Because I'll try if you want me to. Okay, I don't know if I can do it, but let me try. It's kind of like you have to inhale like a lot, and when you inhale like really fast a lot, you can kind of like, yeah, I can't do it anymore. I used to be able to do it, but I can't do it. Oh, now you can hear the gurgle even louder. Yeah, that's about as much as I can do now, is that little gurgle. And it's not intentional. um, Still haven't seen you comment on my live chat. Come on, man. It takes like what, 2 minutes to make a YouTube channel? We're so close to 1,000. Come on, help me out, man. Alright. I won't pressure you. Though I think you're being incredibly lazy. Well, I know. Oh, yeah, I know someone like that too. They can like burp the whole alphabet. She's gonna kill me for telling this, but my cousin Olive, she can actually like burp really loudly if she tries to, and she has like a soda or something. Soda pop, cola. Yeah, I'm trying to cover all my markets there. Is it, or is, I thought everyone called it soda. Like, I thought soda was the universal name for it. Because soda pop, like, that's the actual name for it. And then cola, that's regional. I know cola's regional. Let me look that up, because I don't know if that's true or not. So yes, it was a Western anime. So it is, I think it is regional. But I know it's not as popular as Dragon Ball. Also, I just googled it and I saw it on the One Piece fans wiki. So I don't know if that's true or not. What Google told me to read. So soda and pop are the most common terms for the soft drink nationally, although other terms are used as Coke, as it is genericized name for the Coca-Cola. So cola and Coke, I never heard him call it a Coke. Like, unless they were specifically asking for a Coke, and I heard it being called a Coke. actually think that's a really cute name for like a girl, Cola. Okay, I'll read it. But I might edit this part out of the live stream if I get negative comments about it. Alright, you ready? Alright, here we go. 3 things really put, and this is from Christmas time in 2019, I think. 3 things really put me in a bitchy mood, and they were all today. First, I didn't get any sleep because I had to prep for the Christmas festival showcase, and no one else showed up except for Lucky. Props to Tasty for being the only reliable person. Then, the footage came out decent enough, but to do something that would normally take 5 minutes to edit, it took me 3 effing hours. Because my computer was a piece of crap. That was the one I had, like the really bad one back then. I passed out and I didn't get anything done. Then Ashley calls me in total crisis mode saying there's an emergency with the Miss Merry Christmas pageant. This is likely before COVID. Get over there ASAP, and I was honestly expecting a fire with the way everyone's going crazy with the candles. I get there, somehow the big tree smashed into the floor, and everything on it was like ruined. There was shattered glass everywhere, the star broke, and they're like, didn't you bring a vacuum? And I was like, really mad at that point because no one told me to bring a vacuum. All they said was, get over here. And I have tons of vacuums I could have brought, but no one told me to bring them, so why would I bring a vacuum? They send me out to get new stuff from the dollar store, and then this evil witch was like, oh, I remember that girl. I remember writing this too. This evil witch was super. Alright, first of all, I want to say something real quick. I don't normally bring people's looks into stuff unless they're already being mean to me. Like, it's like you're ugly on the inside, you're ugly on the outside, you match. Kind of like that. So, this evil witch was super fat, balding, had warts, and was hideously grotesque, and that's not an over-exaggeration. I wish all of us with me because I know she'd have torn her apart, but I'm too mature to do that. But is this lady, but is lady, she was such a bitch. I wasn't too mature to flip her off because she was in there with 3 people, and I just needed a star and some soda, and I'd be out in like 30 seconds flat, but no, she literally told me, sorry, rules are rules, come back tomorrow during business hours. When people say sorry when they're not sorry, when people say sorry when they're not when people say they're sorry when they're actively choosing to do something that makes me want to kick their face in, if she was, wait, what did I write? And when people say sorry when they're actively choosing to do something that makes me want to kick their face in, because if she was genuinely sorry, she'd have let me in, and if she thought I couldn't just pull the locked door open, she's delirious, because I've done that before. I've literally been to places where the door was locked, and I just pull so hard it opens up and rips open, because the door has like a flimsy lock, and people thought I was breaking in several times. But it's like, I thought the door was open. Like, it's not my fault the lock's pathetically weak. I just didn't feel like getting in a big fight over a $2 plastic star when I had to race back to help the ladies from the auxiliary church loaf of bread. What? So I had to run to the store next door because they're open late and you definitely pay for it. I had to shell out $30 for a plastic star and a loaf of bread and a bottle of soda, and it wasn't for the sweet security guard with the bright red hair. I'd have smacked that cashier for rushing. I have a copper allergy, and go into all that, all that. Copper allergy, and I can't touch pennies with my bare skin or I'll break out in hives. And like I said, I didn't really need that right now, but this lady was like just so sweet and kind and most amazing scene who made me laugh, which is very difficult task to do. And she had like the donkey laugh. I get back to the church when Karen and Rita, her name's literally Karen, by the way, I'm not just saying that. When Karen and Rita walk in, and it's just awkward because Jimmy and Joe were fighting, and I was like, really, what am I writing? I'm not even making sense anymore. Oh, I remember now. I kind of remember now. So Karen and Rita walk in, and it's just really awkward because Jimmy and Joe were fighting, and it was really sad. Oh, I could die tomorrow and no one would even come to my funeral, but God forbid Karen or Rita. Oh, I remember that now. I remember when they said that. Oh, I could just die to. Oh, I could just die tomorrow and no one would even go to my funeral. But God forbid Karen or Rita die. The world would just stop, and Karen and Tim got in a big fight because Karen is the superstar who does everything. And honestly, I think Karen is more important than him because he never really contributes. He's like, he just is there, and if anything, she's like, oh, I have to go home because he's waiting for me. He's gonna get mad at me if I'm late. Like, she has to, like, I don't like women like that. I don't like women that are like, oh, I can't do this because my husband will get mad. Like, who cares if your husband gets mad? You're your own person. You have your right to do what you want to do. She's a lot like me. She's everywhere doing everything, and she's super reliable. And if not a little bossy, and she told him that no one would care if you died because you're such a recluse. Why can't you pick up a phone and call me once in a while? Or call anyone. Raise your hand if you've spoken with Jimmy at all in the past 6 months. And I was the only one who raised my hand because I'm super pushy and I won't let people like that be wallflowers. I will force my way into your life whether you like it or not. And then Karen starts fighting with me. Don't defend him, Sam. You know you don't talk to Jimmy. And I was like, Jimmy doesn't talk to anyone. I was like, I'm like, listen, I know everyone here. Me and Jimmy spoke at the Christmas Expo. I called him 3 times for the Harvest Festival at the church. Then Karen accuses me of lying, and Jimmy doesn't help because he says that's none of your business anyway. And then someone was crying in the room, and I went to go see what was going on. And Karen literally grabbed me and yanked me away from she grabbed me and yanked the star away from me and said something dirty. I swear to God, it's like being back on Nathan's ET. I nearly punched her because the star wasn't the only thing I had in that bag, and if she ripped my bread open, she was gonna have a footprint on her face. Oh, only got home, and now it's time for work, so I'm debating to call in fake sick or just go a third consecutive day without sleep, and I actually don't remember what I think I didn't sleep. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. How do I go back? Okay, there. I think it worked. Did it work? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. I wanted to ping for this. Speaking of Olive, I oversaw it, but I also overheard some crazy stuff that happened the other day. I was walking to the store to get some stuff, and I'm like right in front of the store, and I see Olive, and she's hard to miss her in her pink Lotus. She pulls up, and she opens up the car, and this kid gets in the car, and it's like, oh, I wonder who that is. You know, totally innocent. She's on the PTA. She has kids of her own and her friends, and she's got her kids' friends. So it's not weird to see a random kid get in her car. It's probably someone I don't know, because I'm not that. I don't really know that much about her life anymore, like who's in her life. And I saw that, and I was like, nothing strange there. And then I hear her before I see it. She starts taking off, and she just has a burnout. And then I hear this woman scream, wait, stop, you stop. That's my child, that's my child. This woman's screaming at the top of her lungs. And she's flailing her arms around, like she's throwing stuff at her car. And then she's like grabbing onto her car, and she's like pounding on her window. And Olive has those doors on the car where they go up, like I forgot what they're called. I want to call them hangar doors, eagle doors. Are they called eagle doors? It's either eagle doors or hangar doors. Hatchwing doors, maybe? I'll look up eagle doors, and I'll also look up hatchwing doors. Okay, yeah, they're called hatchwing doors. So her car has hatchwing doors, like this old car here. I think it's an old car. I can't. Oh, here it is. I think this might even be a Lotus, like hers. So her car is like this. So there was no way she could have opened the door while this woman is pounding on her door, because the door it won't open if there's like someone like pounding on it. It's like a safety precaution. And this woman is pounding on her door, pounding on her window. That's my child, let my child out. And then she's like screaming at her. And then she rolls down his window, and he's like, Mom, you're embarrassing me. And so she runs around that side of the car, and she's like, get out of here. What are you thinking? Who is this woman? And she's like, that's Olive. You know her. She's Preston's mom. And she's like, who the hell is that? And she's like screaming at him at the top of her lungs. And she's making a huge scene now at this point. And then he's like, get back and I'll open the door, you crazy woman. And she gets back and she opens the door, and the kid's like grabbing on the top of the door and like leaning out, like he's gonna get out, but he's not gonna get out. And then I can't hear what anyone's saying anymore. They're all like talking quiet, but this lady's still like livid. Like, I don't care. I don't fucking care who she is. I don't care what the hell are you, what the F are you thinking? Don't you ever do that again. Don't you ever put me through that again. What is wrong with you? I almost had a heart attack. And then she starts lowering her voice, because Olive's probably getting like really like passive aggressive and like making her feel like the crazy person. And they're talking in a hushed way I can't really hear because I'm far away. And then before anything else happens, the mom says, I'll see you at home then. And the door closes, the kid gets back in, and Olive goes like flying down the road at like 100 miles per hour, like super fast. And the mom's like, oh, and she's like, she throws up her hands up in the air in defeat, and she's like, oh, well, glad that's over. But she's still really pissed. if it wasn't for the pandemic, I would have gone, like the virus, I'm not vaccinated. And this woman didn't have a mask on. If it wasn't for that, I would have gone over and seen who she was, what was going on, what that was about, because that was like a really big spectacle. I was like, what was that? What was that all about? Because like, all of a sudden the PTA, she drives a really distinguishable car. Each lady, you know who she is, and you kind of know. Well, I guess she did steal a bunch of people's cats. But that's different. Like, you can't steal a cat if it's loose. Like, if it's in your backyard, on your porch, and it lets you pick it up and pull it into your house, how is that cat stealing? Like, I know some cats are just friendly and dumb, but it's an honest mistake. It's a real honest mistake to make if the cat's literally on your porch eating food, and you pick it up and you bring it in your house. No one would think twice about that. I've done that. I never thought twice about it. I feel sorry if I stole someone's cat, but it's not like I don't put up found cat flyers. Just to chat with you guys, you know? Yeah, that was really weird. One of my, we're not really friends, but we're not what would I call her? Would I call her an acquaintance? But that's kind of not really enough in this scenario. Like, we're not friends, but we know each other really well. Associate? That kind of works, I guess. I used to have a much broader vocabulary, but, she would do these videos all the time where she just starts rambling off about neighborhood gossip, and I had mixed feelings about doing it. I didn't know if I wanted to do it. My New Year's resolution was actually not to gossip, but it's hard not to. It's really hard not to. At least for me, anyway. Because you want to tell people what's going on, you know? You want to let them know what's going on in the world. I think I'm gonna wrap this up soon because I want to record a different video, like an edited video. But I'm getting really into editing. Like, I'm actually having a lot of fun editing. Sometimes some of it's a bit tedious and I'm having a hard time learning it, but other parts I'm finding really fun. And I'm looking forward to sharing a lot of the upcoming videos with you guys. I have 2 comedy skits, and one's going to be kind of addressing what happened to Christy, but in like a vague sense. And then I have some comedy skits coming up, like random thoughts and some different stuff. I don't want to spoil too much, but I have some big events coming up. And those are eating up a lot of my time, which is why I haven't been posting much, because I'm trying to work on those, which take up a lot more time. But with YouTube's algorithm, you want to be posting really frequently to keep getting consecutive viewers. Because if you watch one of my videos but you're not subscribed, YouTube may subscribe another video that's newer that it thinks the viewer will enjoy. That's not a bad idea, but I have to, like, really think about how I want to do it. Because Max does that. I was hesitant to not call him by a different name. But he does that, and it really works well for him because he keeps the two separate, and every time he like does that, it really confuses people. But I would have to figure out how to do it better than he does it, because yeah, it is her. And no. ASMR Lisa does that, though. I know she does that. But, and I know Mary does that too, but if I were to do that, I think it might get real confusing. I thought about doing that, and I haven't ruled it out yet, but right now I want to put all my efforts on this channel, and I don't want to be worrying about some extra side project. But I am taking a lot of requests, and if I get requests, I'll try to do them. I have a couple requests that I've been hesitant to post just because they've been taking a lot of time to edit, but I might do that. I don't know, would you like that? I'm not super confident in my voice enough to sing live. I like to run a lot of like auto-tune and vocal adjustments and some different software to make my voice sound better. Like a lot of times when you listen to me singing, it's more so me creating a voice bank and then editing the crap out of that voice bank to make a coherent sounding and a good sounding like Saf. I have this thing. You're gonna see it on her channel soon enough, so I won't even link it. But she's got such an amazing voice. I'll link that in the description once her video comes out. We do karaoke every night at the Starplay Lounge, and last time it was just amazing. Every Saturday around 12 a.m. Oh, I spilled some on myself that time. See, I told you that was gonna happen. I also am working on a couple of talk sprites and potentially even getting a custom VTuber avatar made for myself. It's not new for me, no. I've had them before. And it's not unlike the stuff I was doing with Second Life either. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if this is it. Okay, yeah, this is it. I think might be kind of loud. Let me see. Real quick, if it's loud or not, I can't recall. It's not super loud, but it also doesn't really capture the point I was going for. Yeah, I guess I can show it, but it's not great. Although I may or may not have to hide my screen for a bit. Can I? Huh, I used to be so good at this. Can't remember how to do it, or I would do it. It always takes me a while to relearn what I used to be able to do quite easily. Here we go, I think. Oops, I lost it. This is a lot of work just to show you something for like 3 seconds. I have no idea why it's echoing, but you get the idea of how I used to make videos like that. With like my Second Life as an what did I just delete? Did I put it up there twice? Did I that dumb? I may have put it up there twice. I'm really dumb. But I basically just would use my Second Life avatar because it already had the right mechanics for doing avatars, because your mouth would move when you talk. It was really, really good for that. And I might do that again if I want to make like super good looking avatars that are like super custom. But the problem with that is, of course, that it requires me to have Second Life installed and to have it up, and it would be very difficult to do that live with playing a game or something, because I'd have to have 2 games up at once essentially. But I have done stuff like that before, and it worked really good. If I can find the video, I'll show you that one too. Did I almost it? Okay, clearly I almost did it. Oh, here it is, here it is. Oops, did I do that wrong? Did that wrong. That one you can see why I unlisted it, because the audio was like really bad. Like levels you could barely hear me. I was trying to make it ASMR, but it just wasn't working like that. Because the music was way too loud. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. Essentially, I have some funny scripts planned for videos. Got some chicken. I'm working on a Q&A too. A couple Q&As and some tag videos. Chicken is so good. But yeah, I haven't really been caring too much what other people think of me. But I do have a real bad wasp problem. I care what the wasps think of me. I want them to think that I killed them. Oh yeah, it's plastic. It's just a plastic one, not the fancy one. If I was using glass products, I'd have had everything broken years ago. Well, I'm all done eating now. I might chew a piece of gum just so I have something to swallow. And it helps a lot with acid reflux. So I dropped it all over myself. Well, I've been streaming for 2 hours already. I don't know, I might leave it up, I might not. I might just leave it up I might leave it up and I might edit it, so that way I have some like kind of update video of my channel. Does Sabrina have a YouTube? Not to my knowledge. If she had one, I'd link it in any video that she was in. Kiana and Saph do, though. They both have YouTube. Sapphire, and Kiana is just Kiana Blue. And Stella had a YouTube, but it got banned. Yeah, too sexy for her shirt, too sexy for her clothes, too sexy for her YouTube channel. Oh, and Chelsea has one too. I would show you some of this. Oh wow, that's something. I would show you some stuff, but I couldn't on YouTube without getting my channel completely taken off. I mean, I guess I could show you on Discord. Yeah, I wish. No. I'm just looking up at something that she said a while ago. Because she said something to that effect. But no, she used to be a real firecracker, though. Like, I was actually thinking about deleting the book club channel, and I was reading some of the stuff that she said, and this was in 2018, and I posted a book called Among the Hidden, and I was talking about the book, and then Saph says, book clubs are so stupid, no one ever really... Actually, I should probably try to read in her accent. Book clubs are so stupid, no one ever reads the books, just an excuse to gossip about the boys and get drunk on dollar store liquor. What dollar store do you go to that they have liquor? And then she's like, pick and save. The one she bought the book at, obviously, says Dave. And then Tasty's starting to take notes. Are y'all reading this book, Tasty? If everyone else is reading it, I'll give it a read too. I love book clubs. They all die in the end. Spoiler alert. And then she just ruthlessly spoils the entire book. And says, not even China is that fucked up. Oops, not even China is that. Still don't have my sound effect. Not even China is that. Normally when I make my videos, I'll like pause and like start to say the word, like, not even China is that, but, and I'll just stop and then I'll wait for the, like, the chicken noise, and then I'll, oh, is that my car? Oh, seriously, can she get that? I will be right back to shake the lamb's tail. Oh, thank God she finally got it. I thought I was gonna have to go out there and turn it off. I got a little thing put in, like the what's it called? I got the beeper thing put in the car, so if it thinks it's being stolen, it'll make that noise. alarm. Yeah, thank you. It might be a little bit louder because I'm in my kitchen today. Yeah, I wanted to do that. I have a question. I was able to find the old save file for the original Sims 2 ASMR series, but there's a catch. I lost Spring and I lost a lot of the progress in the family. Like, Spring is missing and the Smith family doesn't have, this is pre-Mark and pre all the new characters. It's like only the season 1 and 2 characters. The season 3 characters aren't in there at all. So here's what I wanted to ask. Would you rather have me completely start over in an alternate timeline where the events of that whole series just didn't happen, and I could make it a more entertaining series, like a remastered version of that, and eventually just delete the old original version of that? And I'd obviously edit it a lot and I'd make better commentary, I think. Or would you rather I use a bunch of cheats and try my very best to recreate characters that were in the season 3 and skills and stuff, and just try to make it look like the save file for everything after season 3 didn't get lost? Actually, I really wanted to focus on Laura or Virginia. I forget which one was which. The blonde one, the preppy one. Because I had the idea that would kind of go back to what you said of making, I think her name was Virginia, make Virginia one of my characters, like one of my personas. Like how I would even make like a little fake Instagram account or like a fake Twitter account pretending to be Virginia, and I might do videos on this channel as Virginia. Because I think like she's really zany and she's kind of fun to play as. She's not that far of a stretch from my Storm character, how I roleplay as her though. And I really like playing my Storm because I feel like a lot more confident with her. I can't explain it, I just get more confident when I'm playing as my Storm. And Mr. Ronan, of course. Oh, and then I love this part here in the chat log. And then Jay said, anyone else read the book? I still need to torrent it. And then Sav says, or, buy it legally and support local businesses. I take it I'm never going to see that 500 you owe me. And Dave says, nope. And she's like, you're lucky your family. And then he's like, is that you? And he's like, who else would it be? Jeez. I assumed it was Kyle. And she's like, should I know him? He's like, making a little more sense now. And she says, I wanted to put my name still, just talking about how she chose her name. It's how she got to Safira. She actually changed it, but it used to be Maggie. And her name was actually never legally Maggie. It was always Safira. But she changed it because when we were all little, we told her she was adopted. And then Gypsy left her on our porch. Oh yeah, that really fucked with her head. Well, it looks like the chat's starting to wind down on both Discord and YouTube, so I think I'm going to end this here and start doing some recordings. But I loved hanging out with you guys. I love chatting with you guys and telling you guys some stories. I honestly don't even know if I told you anything already. I started to tell you a bunch of different things and I didn't even get through one. But that's me. But I am taking requests for videos. If you want to see a different video, comment in the bottom of this one in the comment section and I will make it as a video. Unless it's like dumb or gonna get my channel taken down, then I won't do it. Or I don't want to do it. I won't do it if I don't want to do it. Yeah, I make a lot. I do that a lot, so my mouth gets kind of dry, so it helps to have like a gum or a mint in there. I'll talk about her legal issues after the fact, but I will say this guy's a total creep. He wanted me to get like triple XL breast implants. Had a custom sex doll made of me. That's kind of why I don't like giving people my picture anymore. I have a boyfriend. I just kind of don't really keep track of him. Well, we're not as serious as I thought we were initially. Like initially, I thought we were like a lot. We were actually gonna be like seriously dating, and it feels like one of my like dumb flings. Like the last text message I sent him wasn't even that spicy. You know me too well. But in all seriousness, I don't. What's that? Oh, when you pull up at work and your same coworker's running on the same shift. I don't get a lot of these new age posts. I'm starting to feel like I'm old. What the hell are they doing out there? I gotta go. Brandy don't drive anymore, but Max doesn't really have his license yet, and he's been driving around a lot. I don't like that. Actually, forget I said that last part. I'm gonna probably edit it out of the stream. You know what? I think everyone's driven before they were able to drive legally, but it's not that big of a deal. But given the court case my sister's going through, I may want to edit that out anyway. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the little hanging out sit down thing. I know it's not probably what you were expecting, but I like doing this with a lot. A lot of people. I want to quickly answer something that I said. I got told on DM. So someone was asking me why I'm so desperate to get people on the voice chat, and it's not that I'm desperate to do that. It's just that people always want me to be on the voice chat with them, but it's always at hours that I can't voice chat. Like, it's either when Max is streaming, or it's really loud here, or there's fighting, or they're working on the pool, or the internet's not great enough for a voice call. So for whatever reason, I can't voice call at the particular moment that the person wants to voice call with me. So I thought that, and people want me to voice a lot in my videos. I'm going to start only voicing my videos, probably. But, my good ones anyway, because I still might do the occasional off post where I do something that's kind of different, but the reason I try to get people to join the voice call is because they're usually the people who are like, why don't you ever want to talk to me on a voice call? It's like, well, I try. Our hours seem to never really be compatible, and it just so happens that we're both here right now, so why not, It's not that I'm desperate for it, because I am not. I know I've said in the past I was getting kind of dependent on my sisters to help this channel grow, but I don't need my sisters for that, because I actually prefer not to rely on them for that. If I wanted to, I could just have Max, Olive, and the whole gang come back on this channel, and we could all make videos together, and we would hit like 13,000 subscribers in a matter of months, and I don't really want to do that. I want to earn this myself. But yeah, it's been real fun, but I gotta go now. Oh, this should be really fun. My fabled boyfriend joins the chat. I'm actually curious to see what he has to say to defend himself. Because, he kind of blows me off for like weeks at a time, and then gets mad like it's my fault. It's not like he doesn't have my number. He can call me, send me a text. I think he may actually be running away right now. He's not even typing in the YouTube chat, he's typing on Facebook. Which I told him I never use, and I'm not gonna start using it just for him. I genuinely am really curious to see what he has to say to defend himself. My nails aren't super long. Let's see. I don't really have anything good to tap on right now. That kind of makes a nice sound, I think. Blow into the microphone. I don't know if it's a good call, but okay. One trigger I really like is when people are setting something down that could potentially make a really loud noise, but they're trying to set it down very carefully in a way that makes it not make a loud noise, like me putting this wine glass down carefully on this coaster. I think I may have just failed at that one. I may have made a loud noise. All I really have right now to tap on is the counter, and that makes kind of an interesting sound. And this cup and the plate. I'm gonna get crumbs everywhere, but I'll do it for you. And you know what? The plate doesn't even make that good of a sound. He is still typing away. Should I call him? Should I call him? Like right now? I think I'm gonna. Yeah, he's not answering. Don't worry, I'll give him a mouthful later. Unless you can fix me getting into a car wreck, family hospitalized, and now waiting to see if I'm positive for COVID atop my ankle sprains and tearing the same ligament in the second time. I'm pretty sure there's nothing other people can do. LOL. Life has been intent on kicking me while I'm down, and it's to credit. Done a good job of that. One thing I also have planned is to read all my subscribers' names. I think I'm gonna do that for my 1,000 celebration. Just read off every single subscriber name. Oh, that's so bad. Yeah, I'm not the type to lie to you. I'm gonna tell you when something's bad. But I believe it'll get better. You just have to believe that it'll get better and try your best to make it better, and that's all you can really do. And I think you might be surprised by what happens by that. Okay, let me figure out how to do that. Library voice for this one. Shh. Because it's ASMR. Are you familiar with the concept? Okay, so you want to talk in a very hushed, soothing, reassuring voice as to not give my listeners anxiety. And there are different elements of... Hold on 1 second. Max. My car and it's pissing me off.
That's fine.
Okay, so the main premise of ASMR is you want to make sounds that are pleasing to the ears and very relaxing, and triggers oftentimes can stimuli different feelings, sometimes called tingles. I personally don't like calling them tingles because I think that makes it sound sexy, sexual, but that's what most people call them.
Part of the point of ASMR.
I don't think that's part of the point of it. Also, you're not using a profile picture that I can really incorporate into a talk sprite. So you're just gonna be like the voice of my coffee pot.
Well, what exactly do you want me to be talking about or doing?
Well, first I'm gonna try to give you ASMR tingles using the various items that I have in my kitchen, and then you can try to give me ASMR tingles, and with whatever you have lying around wherever you are right now. Sound good?
Alright, that works.
Do you have a YouTube channel or Twitch you want to plug before we get going?
Nope, I got nothing.
Okey-dokey, so first up I have this wine glass that was previously holding some apple juice. Let it be known that I do not like the sound of this wine glass. It's a cheap plastic kind, not actual glass. But if I used the glass kind, I would have many broken wine glasses. Are you one of those people that likes mouth sounds, or do you not like mouth sounds?
I am indifference.
Do you have any triggers that you do like?
Haven't experimented yet.
Is this doing anything for you? The cup.
More than anything else.
Okay,
Pretty much no experience with ASMR in general.
Okay, we're gonna put the cup aside then. We're gonna try this cup instead. This is a plastic juice glass that I had water in earlier. I really don't like the sound of this one, but I don't really have that much else on hand. I also have this pamphlet on balloons and how balloons are evil. I nearly ripped it apart because I was so angry with the utter lies it was spreading. Wow, this thing can really unfold. Now that people are having outdoor festivities again, the return of the dreaded metallic shiny balloon is here. This balloon is bad for the environment because, unlike the regular balloons, this one is filled with helium and can blow away. It can crash into weather balloons and airplanes and loiter. I actually didn't read this and I'm not going to. That was the pamphlet on evil balloons. And what else do I have lying around? I've got this clip. Actually, that doesn't make a nice sound. Does it make a nice sound? I can't tell.
Somewhat. Sounds kind of like a pen. That's about it.
Oh, it does sound kind of like a pen. It's actually clip. I have a pen here. This is the pen. And here's the clip. They sound kind of close. Here's the pen and the clip together.
Higher pitched.
And then I have this candle. It's a fake candle. It's one of those kinds you put the batteries in and then you turn the switch on and it lights up a fake looking flame, but it's safe because I have cats and my cats can't set themselves on fire with the candle. It's like made of a super cheap plastic that feels like it's going to give me some kind of a rash, but it's also kind of good at making a really delicate sound because it's like such a cheap plastic it's gonna crack if I squeeze it too hard. The cats are on fire. The cats are on fire. There are no coconuts, and the cats are on fire. I left my pine cones in the other room. The cats are on fire. Fire, fire, fire. And there are no coconuts. And that was the candle. And then I have this charging thing. That actually makes like a really pleasant sound. And I can apologize if you hear Max driving the car around the house like a lunatic. He's just got his learner's permit and he's trying to rack up some hours of experience. I can't tell if Brandy's with him or not. Brandy was with him a minute ago. Phone charger. Witch? If 3 witches watch. 3 watches, which witch watches which watch? 3 witches watch, 3 watches, which witch watch, which witch watch? 3 witches watch, 3 watches, which witch watches 3 watch? 3 witches watches, 3 watch, which witch watches 3 watches, which watch, which. I am sober at the time of recording this video. Okay, and I also have this speaker thing. It kind of makes like a little, like a radio static sound when I turn it on. And off real quick. But other than that, it's like not making any noise, but this little metal crate makes like a pretty good sound, I think. And it's kind of like you can tap on it, but you can also kind of scratch it. And then I also have, what do I have laying around? I have this fabric butterfly that has sequins on it. Can you even hear that? It's not making much of a sound.
Not really.
Okay, we're gonna put the butterfly away then. I also have this box of lentils and after dinner mints. They kind of sound a little bit like a pillbox, but also kind of metal. Like they're like a tin of pills. These lentils are actually really gross. They were from my Aunt Rosemary before she died, and I just didn't have the heart to throw them away. So I keep them on my kitchen counter in hopes that someone will mistakenly eat them for delicious candies. But this pandemic is making that a harder reality. Is this a binaural microphone? I can't tell.
I can hear it. But
In both ears, or is it like moving from
Yeah.
side to side, or am I? Okay, so it is binaural. That's actually kind of cool. I didn't know it was a binaural microphone. Let's see, what else do I have left around that I could use for sound? I have my phone. Some people like the sound of tapping on phones. The only thing is I have like a plastic bag over my phone. So it
the only
kind
thing
of...
I have around is just a sleek black pen. It's about hand sized, easy to hold, easy to open.
Oh, I have this thing.
Turn it, open it up, put it back together. Anything with it.
I have my mic pack. This mic pack isn't actually turned on right now, but the mic pack itself kind of sounds like a phone a bit when I tap on it. This Bring me a drink. Make it the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him tulips and roses of clovers. And tell our handsome knights and knights are over. Mr. Sandman.
Let's get.
Yeah, we also get sneaky.
Okay, I unfortunately really have to go.
Please.
I think you have to go too if your meds are kicking in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, they knocked me out.
So try this again if you want, but for now I have to go.
As do I.
Okay, so say bye everyone.
Everyone, have a nice day.
Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you through the screen. Ta-ta!